Unfortunately, we have a multiple shots fired situation, multiple victims downtown Seattle, right around 3rd and Pine, around 5 p.m. Seattle time. We had a shooter go on a shooting rampage. One is confirmed dead and at least 6 others wounded at the hospital. So if you want to hear everything all about this breaking story, please hit that subscribe button, hit your notification bell, and we are going to get right into it. Hello, Lily. Good to see you. Thanks for joining. So again, I hate to go live with this type of stuff, but I was watching my early local news here in New York. Hello, Jana. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. Jana is in the building. Good friend, moderator, and a family member of the DutyRon chat. Good to see you, Trevor JP. Thank you for coming in. Meg Lowe. Yes. So we have, again, a story outside of downtown Seattle. Hello, Laura Bruno. Hello, Patty. Hello, Dylan. Everybody coming on in. Security is here. Seattle is a situation that's been going on. Karen Wise, first channel member in on the broadcast. We have 3 shootings in 24 hours in Seattle. 3 shootings in 24 hours. There was a police-involved shooting just an hour prior to this. Hello, Amanda's blind and chronic illness life. Good luck on your GI visit tomorrow. I hope it all goes well. Again, guys, I'm going to give you this breaking news. If you haven't shared it onto your Twitter, please share it out. Share onto Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you have. Send it on out to your social media, and let's get the word out there about this breaking news out of Seattle. Angela ATF, thank you so much for joining. Hello, Jess Lakuda. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to show you guys a quick clip, and I'll leave the browser up so you can still see me. Hello, Selena. Michael, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining. Live breaking news out of Seattle, Washington. Multiple people shot, 7 total victims, 1 dead on arrival at the hospital. They were all brought to a level 1 trauma center, and they're all being worked on. There's different levels. As young as 9 years old, one of the victims of this gunfire, one of the victims of the gunfire was 9 years old, a 9-year-old child. So terrible situation. Thank you so much, Sean Patrick. Thank you for coming in, my fellow New York brother, checking out your channel for the first time. Welcome in. All right, guys. So I'm going to play a quick clip. This will give you a good synopsis. And while I play the clip, if you guys don't mind, share it on out. Share it onto your social. So let me get that rolling for you. And here we go.
Thank you. Give us the latest with Police Chief Carmen Beck.
Hold on. Hold on, guys. I know there's no sound. Just give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds on the sound.
All the victims that were there. Chief Scoggins from our fire department can give you more detail on that. So far right now, we have our homicide unit out here, our gang unit, as well as a ton of first responders. We've locked down the scene, and this is not an active shooting at this point.
Thank you. Give us the latest with Police Chief Carmen Beck.
Let me tell you what we know right now. This evening at about 5 p.m., we got a call of shots fired at 3rd and Pine. We had a lot of officers already nearby. We responded immediately. We discovered victims at the scene in about a 1-block radius or so. Officers immediately started life-saving measures for all the victims that were there. Chief Scoggins from our fire department can give you more detail on that. So far right now, we have our homicide unit out here, our gang unit, as well as a ton of first responders. We've locked down the scene, and this is not an active shooting at this point, but we are collecting evidence and information so that we can find out a description of our lone shooter. We just don't have that, or what appears to be a lone shooter. We don't even have that information for sure at this point. It's all very preliminary, as you know. We've locked it down. We're gathering as much information as we can from witnesses and from businesses in the area. And I'll have Chief Scoggins talk about the victims.
So good evening. My name is Harold Scoggins, Fire Chief of the Seattle Fire Department. At 5:01 this afternoon, we started receiving calls of multiple gunshot victims. So we called a multi-casualty incident. That incident requires a pretty large response. We had a total of 45 personnel dispatched from the Seattle Fire Department. We had 5 engines, 2 ladders.
All right, let me explain something to you guys. The reason the gang unit is responding to this is because when you have a mass casualty like this, the gang unit goes out and does their investigation to make sure it's no gang activity. So that's just overkill on the police department's part, but there's nothing wrong with sending out all of your resources. They're sending all their assets down into the location to make sure that they have everything in place and all their ducks are in order. This is a full-fledged, all-out, all hands on deck. So that's what's going on. Sass Marie, good to see you. Thank you for being here. Got to go early to bed. Thank you for joining. So the resources are all going to be sent out there. So this way they have all bases covered. 1 confirmed DOA and 6. There's a total of 7 victims here. As far as right before I went live, I caught the local news. And right before I went live, it was a confirmation of 7 victims total. Hello, Kelly E. Good to see you. Let me finish this so you guys can hear this.
2 aid cars, 4 medic units, 2 battalion chiefs, and 1 deputy chiefs. And we were also assisted by American Medical Response. When our units arrived on scene, we found a total of 6 patients on scene. One of those patients was pronounced dead here at the scene, and the other 5 patients, we consider them red patients, which means that they're critical, so they need to get to the hospital. They were all transported by Seattle Fire units as well as AMR units. So a total of 5 patients were transported. 1 is DOA here at the scene. So we haven't received any updates from Harborview on the status of the patients at this point. So that's what we have right now.
Let me just that those patients would survive.
It appears that way right now, but we won't know until we get the update.
Right. And I can tell you we don't have a lot of information. This is all preliminary. We will be back within, 45 minutes or so to give you as much information and new.
Okay, just as she's saying, this is preliminary. This is an older news report. Like I said, right before I came live, I made sure that I got the most latest updates, and it's now a total of 7 victims. So 7 victims. Unknown. The shooter is unapprehended. The shooter is still at large. So if you live in that Seattle area in downtown, I think it was, they said 3rd and Pine, I believe. I'm going to go and look at it again. But they gave the actual location. And, at the end of the day, guys, what we have to do here is just be vigilant. If you see something, say something. If you hear something, report it to the police. And let me just finish this for you guys.
We have very preliminary and ongoing, but we wanted to make sure you know what we have right now.
But all 6 are gunshot victims.
Can you tell us anything about the suspect at all?
We just have a preliminary description of a male shooter. So we're looking for video and for other witnesses to see if anybody has more information they can provide to us at this time.
Was a child in 2 days, Chief, in this area. Do we believe that these are all connected, or what's going on?
There's nothing at this point to connect any of these shootings. So I can't give that answer definitively, but nothing preliminary that connects any of these. We do know we have had a number of resources out here, multiple resources working on all of any issues with violence and gangs in the city. So we were able to respond really quickly because of that.
We know it's still preliminary right now.
We'll have more information soon, guys.
Yeah, I can't hear the question. All right, we'll be right back in about 45 minutes or so with more information.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna get this back to the beginning so I could see the actual location. 3rd Avenue and Pine. That's the location downtown Seattle. So the perpetrator of this heinous crime is still at large. Right before I went live, I got the update. It's a total of 7 victims. 1 DOA, a child 9 years old. And that's all I have from right now. I was going to go right to my scanner app and listen to that live, but I went straight to local news over there down on the ground. And thank you for anyone giving me updates. So this is a fluid and active situation. Hello, Paul Peck Drywall. Thank you so much for coming in. Hello, Debbie Briette. Thank you so much for being in here. Hello from the finest police department in Philadelphia. Great to see you. Thank you so much for coming on in. Again, this is something that, we don't like to have to go live and speak about this, but this is a current situation. It seems like in Seattle, there's been 3 shootings. There was a police-involved shooting an hour prior to this, and now this outbreak of numerous shots fired. So I'm going to let you guys listen to a little bit more of what I have put on the side here for you. Just give me 2 seconds, and I'm going to show you something quick. Another update. Yeah, this is live. Well, it was as of 5 p.m. Seattle time. So right now, it's a little bit later. So it's about over 2.5 hours old, 3 hours old. But it is still going on. There is still gunmen. There is a gunman or gunmen. We don't know if it was plural or if right now they're reporting single. They're reporting that there is one perpetrator at large that they're looking for. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a news conference before the end of the evening, but I'm sure that they'll update the public. If you have somebody that's out there that's still at large that committed this heinous act, I guess, for public safety, it would be the best for the police to tell people to stay indoors until everything is all, everything is all secure, or if they feel that there's any dangers. I would just recommend that people stay inside and don't go out unless you have to, if you live in that general area. Not a good situation to be in, that's for sure. So let me see what else I got here. Stand by, guys. All right, here's one more. I'll play this real quick for you guys.
Molly, I wish that I did have new information for you, but what I have been able to do is gather some info from some additional witnesses who were in their homes and their apartments when this all played out here downtown. I want to introduce you to Angela Marie, who just lives nearby, and take me back to that moment inside your apartment when you knew something had gone wrong.
Well, I was looking out my window, and then I sat down, because someone said, sit down. Just before it happened, and then I heard bang, 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 it was dancing. And I said, oh my God! Something said, hit the floor. So I hit the floor. And I just started screaming. I mean, screaming like somebody was killing me. And it was gunshots. And my neighbor was knocking on the door. She was pounding like, no tomorrow. And she said, Angela, are you all right? Are you all right? Are you breathing? Have you been shot? And I said, no, I haven't been shot. As I got up to answer the door, and I started to cry, and I was like, I can't take this no more. I can't take this no more. I mean, I really can't take it no more.
And you said you're a grandmother, and what you told me just a few minutes ago is you just want everyone to get along.
I just want everybody to get along because, I go down there to Westlake Park and I do my arts and crafts and stuff, I do tarot reading, palm reading, and I'm very good at it. I'm the great-granddaughter of Marie Laveau.
Listen, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and I wish you all the best. You be safe out here, and thanks for sharing what you heard.
A lot of love and a lot of hugs from that woman. She definitely has been traumatized by all the shots fired there. She said it was bang, 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 bang. So again, for those of you who are joining, this is not live. This is from a few hours in the past, but these are just some eyewitness accounts. Kelly E., great to see you. Haven't seen you in a long time. I hope you're doing well. Kelly E. is a good friend of mine and always here in the chat from Periscope and here on YouTube. So Kelly E., welcome in, and it's good to see you. Hello, Stefani, thank you so much for joining. This is me live, but that is not a live news report. It's an older report. And I have one more I'm going to show you guys real quick. So just stand by. Let me just transition back over here and give you one more little piece right here. I'll give you one more little piece. But this did happen 5 p.m. Seattle time, 5 p.m. Seattle time. 7 people confirmed shot. Injuries are everything from treated and released, perhaps, to serious. And there was a 9-year-old child who was victim of the gunfire. So, Ron, I can't stay, but thank you for the video. Hey, good to see you, Edwin. Stay safe out there, my fellow brother in blue in Philadelphia. Always great to have you on the live stream. All right, let's look at this last one. Let me just take a peek at this real quick. All right, so this is from 7:28 p.m. Seattle time. 7:28 p.m. Seattle time. Hello, Bridget. Cinnamon Hot. Good to see you. Thank you for joining. This is coming in to me. Confirmed 1 person dead. A total of 7 people were taken to Harborview Medical Center after a shooting Wednesday in downtown Seattle. The shooting happened shortly before 5 p.m. at the corner of 3rd Avenue and Pine Street by Macy's and a McDonald's. So there was a Macy's and a McDonald's. Investigators say the suspect fled and police are searching for him. And they refer to the suspect as a him, so I'm got to assume that it's a male. I don't know if it's, what his skin color is or what we're looking for here. They don't give that. It says that a male fled the scene. They did not immediately release a description. Channel 7 reporters say that police department was going to brief them before the night is over. So right now we have no further. This is the most latest information. The other shooting victims, there was a 55-year-old woman in critical condition, a 9-year-old boy in serious but stable condition. The woman who died was in her 40s or 50s, a fire department spokesman confirmed. And a 34-year-old man is in stable condition but was not immediately clear how many others were at Harborview Medical Center. Now, Harborview, the suspect, the shooter, is at large. Harborview Medical Center is a level 1 trauma center. So that's the good thing. They are equipped to handle all of this type of events. They're equipped to handle this type of event. Let me see what we got here. Stand by for a second. Let me just see if I can get, where did my mouse go? Okay, there we go. Okay. I'm not going to show that. That's those are paramedics actually working on a victim at the scene. I won't show that in light of good taste and just so I don't have to get anybody in any of an uproar or anybody that suffers from PTSD. I'm not going to show that. That's why I utilize 3 monitors when I'm doing these lives, because I want to review what I'm about to show you. And that was a bit graphic. It showed EMS or fire doing CPR on somebody on the scene. Now, I'm presuming that was the victim who passed away. It looked like pretty feverish here. Yeah. So that I won't play for you guys. Again, what we're looking at here is a situation of 1 dead and 6 injured, a total of 7. I'll play this clip again for those of you who are new and just joining.
She will be leading this news conference. So are you guys ready to go?
We are ready to go.
Okay, everybody's going to gather and thank you. Give us the latest with Police Chief Carmen Beth.
Let me tell you what we know right now. This evening at about 5 p.m. we got a call of shots fired at 3rd and Pine. We had a lot of officers already nearby. We responded immediately. We discovered victims at the scene in about a 1-block radius or so. Officers immediately started life-saving measures for all the victims that were there. Chief Scoggins from our fire department can give you more detail on that. So far right now, we have our homicide unit out here, our gang unit, as well as a ton of first responders. We've locked down the scene. This is not an active shooting at this point, but we are collecting evidence and information so that we can find out a description of our lone shooter. We just don't have that, or what appears to be a lone shooter. We don't even have that information for sure at this point. It's all very preliminary, as you know. We've locked it down and gathered as much information as we can from witnesses and from businesses in the area. And I'll have Chief Scoggins talk about the victims.
So good evening. My name is Harold Scoggins, Fire Chief of the Seattle Fire Department. At 5:01 this afternoon, we started receiving calls of multiple gunshot victims. So we call it a multi-casualty incident. That incident requires a pretty large response. We had a total of 45 personnel dispatched from the Seattle Fire Department. We had 5 engines, 2 ladders, 2 aid cars, 4 medic units, 2 battalion chiefs, and 1 deputy chief. And we were also assisted by American Medical Response. When our units arrived on scene, we found a total of 6 patients on scene. One of those patients was pronounced dead here at the scene, and the other 5 patients, we consider them red patients, which means that they're critical, so they need to get to the hospital. They were all transported by Seattle Fire units as well as AMR units. So a total of 5 patients were transported. 1 is DOA here at the scene. So we haven't received any updates from Harborview on the status of the patients at this point. So that's what we have right now.
Let me just...
It appears that way right now, but we won't know until we get the update.
Right. And I can tell you, we don't have a lot of information. This is all preliminary. We will be back within, 45 minutes or so to give you as much information and new updates as we have. Very preliminary and ongoing, but we wanted to make sure you know what we have right now.
But all 6 are gunshot victims.
Can you tell us anything about the suspect at all?
We just have a preliminary description of a male shooter. So we're looking for video and for other witnesses to see if anybody has more information they can provide to us at this time.
All right, guys. So that's the situation that we have going on from that location. And I could tell you guys, pretty, from a law enforcement perspective, I could tell you right now, from a law enforcement perspective, we have assets on the ground. All hands are on deck. They send all gang intel. You're sending out your detective squads. You're sending out the homicide squad. There's nothing that is left resource-wise with this. This is just all hands on. You have massive amount of casualties and victims here at the location. You don't know, who is going to perhaps pass away at the hospital. So right now, what they're looking to do is secure public safety, and you have a shooter at large. So now all of the resources come from outside of the department of the Seattle Police Department. You're going to have responding units that will come from neighboring and adjoining police departments and will lend a hand in any type of canvas or any type of sweep of the area, or however you want to say it. Hello, Ralph's Trucking. Good to see you. Shirley Reed, I tend to agree with you. It's a sad state of affairs. What's going on? It's not good, and things need to change. And I speak about this all the time. We need to be much more aware of what's going on around us. Like I said, if you see something, say something. That wholeheartedly comes into play here. We have situations going on like this, and the only thing I say is I wish there was a good guy with a gun that was close by that could have took this guy out. So Jan, good to see you. Thank you so much for coming on in. Again, we have 2 Hawaii police officers just a few days ago that were taken out by a mentally disturbed person who was being evicted. We have police officers and regular civilians like myself and you guys getting wounded and shot on a regular basis. It's come to a point where you're worried about going just shopping. So, I'm not saying everyone should be paranoid 24/7, but you got to have your peripheral vision on, and you got to know what's going on. Karen Wise, thank you for the super love. Thank you for the super love. I greatly appreciate that. So again, guys, I'm going to segue off of this scene and do a quick search onto Twitter. I'm going to do a quick search on Twitter and see what we got going on Twitter. Michael B., thank you so much for being here. channel members, Winky Whispers, Michelle Vogel, Black Rose, all of the great ones, Lisa1111, Sophia Howard. I thank you guys all for your channel membership. I'm doing my best to bring good content to you guys, and I appreciate that. Yeah, listen, we have to go about our business freely, but you have to just be aware of your surroundings. You can't bury your head in the phone. You can't not pay attention to what goes on around you. So that's important. It's a very important message. Julie M., good to see you. Thank you so much for being in here. A channel member, Winky Whispers, Karen Wise, Julie M., Lisa1111, Michelle Vogel, and thank you to all my Patreon supporters. So let me just scour over Twitter and see what we got going on in the Twitter sphere. Let's see what's going on. Guys, if you don't mind, please, now would be a good time to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed to my channel. I am a retired New York City police detective. I did 20 plus years in the New York City Police Department. I worked in the warrant squad, computer crimes, and quite a few other assignments during the course of my 20 plus year tenure as a law enforcement professional. KLO, thank you so much. Blessings from Boston. Thank you so much for coming. So this is what's going on. We have a situation in Seattle, Washington. A shooter took out 7 people, shot 7, 1 deceased at this time. A 9-year-old child is part of the victims here in this tragedy in Seattle around 5 p.m. Seattle time. So that is, quite some time ago, but it is still active because the shooter is at large. They do not have the shooter in custody. So that's a big problem for the Seattle PD. They need to bring this guy into custody, or at least have some idea of where this guy is so they can go and hunt this guy down and bring him to justice. And I hope that he does not cause any more damage or harm to human life going forward. Thank you, Ralph's Trucking, for sharing on the Facebook page. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Betty Barclay, welcome in from Wales, the UK, over across the pond. Thank you so much for joining. All right, let me just take a look on Twitter. Hold on. Let's see what we got on the Seattle shooting. Associated Press from 1 hour ago, a shooting in downtown Seattle has left 1 person dead, 6 others injured. Police believe 1 shooter is being sought. Still no no description on the shooter. Still no description on the shooter. Again, those of you who know me know that I'm not going to put any pictures up of any type, anything like that. This is definitely, we're all about love and respect and reporting the news, but I'm not going to, I don't give the center stage to any shooters or any bad guys. I don't like to give the center stage to those people, but I do like to speak about what's going on. So again, all assets are on the ground. Linda, hello from the great state of Texas. Thank you so much. Love and respect right back to you. Love the people. My grandparents lived in Texas when they were alive, and I spent a lot of time in the great state of Texas. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so running gunfight. This was reported earlier. Running gunfight in downtown Texas, downtown Seattle. 7+ victims, including a child. Police chased the subject into a subway tunnel. Currently dealing with mass casualty scene while hunting for the suspect. We have Broadcastify audio, which I will play for you guys. Let's see. I'm not sure if that's going to be a good idea, but we'll try it. I'm not sure if this is going to play. I'm afraid to play this because I don't know what it's going to sound like. So I'm going to abort that. I'm not going to play that. I'll research that. That worries me. All right, guys. So you get the idea. This is what we have going on. Not going to put up any unconfirmed pictures, but thank you, April, for reporting that. If you could just refrain from keep putting that in the chat, I'd greatly appreciate that. But I will go and take a peek at what they got going on, and I don't like to put misinformation out there. So until I get confirmation on the Seattle shooting perpetrator confirmed, I'm not going to put that up there. I'm just searching Twitter for this. I'm searching Twitter to see what they got. Okay. Yeah, I do see an unconfirmed picture. An unconfirmed picture. I'm not going to post that. I'm not going to put it up. All right, guys. So police are searching for one suspect, and there's no confirmed. I'm going to the Seattle PD's Twitter. That's the best thing to do. I'm going to check Seattle PD. Yeah, they don't have anything up. Shoot, I wish that they did. But they don't. Seattle Police Department. Hold on, guys. No, they don't have anything. You know, it takes a little while to update that. So, again, I mean, if there was a confirmed perpetrator, you know, a description, I would definitely put that out. I would put out the description, but I'm not going to throw up a picture. All right, Seattle Police Department's homepage. I'm going to try it one more time. Damn it. Yeah, I like to definitely confirm something rather than to rush to get it out. We always can rely on the news to rush out nonsense that's not true. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait. Seattle PD and Seattle detectives haven't put out any picture yet. So from my training, that's what I would do. You know, that's what I do. RV Kids TV, thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you coming in. Let me see. This is from 36 minutes ago. Let's see what these guys have to say. Stand by for this. This is the latest.
Molly, I wish that I did have new information for you, but what I have been able to do is gather some info from some additional witnesses who were
we saw this already. So from 36 minutes ago, it says 1 dead and 8 shot. Let me see. This is updated. So 8 shot total. 1 dead in downtown Seattle. Interesting. Hold on a second. I can't play that. That's live. All right, so that's the best that I could give you right now. Hello, Top Cop. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, April Love, thank you so much for that. And guys, again, what we have going on here is a definite mass casualty shooting situation. We may have more casualties. I pray that we don't, but we have a total of now update. It says 8 total. So one fatality and 7 people shot. This is a fluid situation, so more victims might be coming into the hospital after the fact with graze wounds. Sometimes there's shrapnel from ricocheting shots. So again, these things change because what happens from my experience as a law enforcement professional, you have people that get driven into the hospital hours later after a shooting like this, that might have gotten, shot by a ricochet or
Thank you for subscribing.
A graze wound. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that, Lori. Thank you so much. So this is the kind of stuff that goes on after the fact when you have a mass, when I have a shooting like this out in the public. A lot of other people get wounded and run away, and they're not reported. So these numbers might climb, but we hope and pray that the people who are coming in after that, hello integrity, that come in after the fact have superficial wounds, injuries that are not life threatening, and that's what we hope for. Let me see what Let me see what this Fox affiliate has. Stand by. This might be something that we haven't seen. Okay, yeah, this is from an hour ago. This is an hour ago. Let me go with this.
Right now, we're learning about multiple victims shot near 4th and Pine in downtown Seattle, and we do have a suspect on the run.
Yeah, so let's get right over to Q13's AJ Janavel. You were on 3rd and Blanchard. Now you're at the scene in 4th and Pine. AJ, what's the latest there?
Brian, it's just a few blocks away from that last scene. We actually walked down. What's happening right now is there are so many people.
This was from an hour ago at the scene.
At the end of the day, they're getting out of work, and this road is now blocked off. You guys just mentioned, I'm going to step out of the way so you can see what's happening. The officers are investigating again another shooting. This time there are multiple victims, and the big concern right now is the suspect has fled. As I mentioned, hundreds of people on these streets leaving work. As we were making our way down here, people were talking about what they saw, about the fact that they were unable to get back and forth. Again, big concern right now is there is a suspect on the loose. Police are trying to find him. We're working to get more information on exactly what happened, but you can see right here behind me, just within the last few minutes that we got here, this was an open sidewalk. They just taped it off. They're blocking people from getting back and forth and working to find a suspect that's on the loose. When we get more information, we'll continue to keep you up to date. Guys, I'm going to send it back to you.
AJ, I know there are multiple victims. Do we know how many victims or what any of their conditions might be out there right now?
As of right now, all Seattle police have said is there are multiple victims, and you have to understand, we were just a few blocks away at a completely different incident that involved Seattle police.
All right, guys, so that's what you have. Everything is fluid and things would change. This is not, according to a lot of people who are friendly with me, I've gotten a few direct messages about this before I went live. Supposedly, this is not a great area, but it's not over the top rough. It's a place where there is a high crime level. So high crime looks like it's in the middle of the city. So it looks like it's in the middle of the city. Kelly E., thank you so much, Kelly, for coming in. Great to see you. Love and respect. The only thing I'm sorry about is that Joey Brooklyn's not here to say hello to you. Lisa, that is a good thing. A good guy with a gun is definitely good to have out there. So traffic is horrible. Use caution if you live there. Thank you for that. All right, let's take a peek. Someone told me that Twitter. Hold on, let me scroll back. Let me scroll back. Guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel or hit the notification bell so this way you can get all things DutyRon. And if you're not following me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, all one word, DutyRon, and go over to my website, DutyRon.com. You could leave me messages there in the message area. On my website, I have links to NYPD Computer Crime Squad, domestic violence, the FBI, how to report any type of crimes to the Secret Service and the FBI, and a whole bunch of other information on my website, DutyRon.com. So let's see what we got going on Twitter. Let's see. Did someone say Seattle PD on Twitter? Seattle PD has something on Twitter. Inner P's, good to see you. Thank you to all my new channel memberships. Thank you to everyone who has entrusted me with the channel membership. I appreciate that. Much love and respect to you guys. Good to see Bridget Parker all the way from Australia coming on in. She's got a great channel. I recommend you guys go check out Bridget Parker's channel. Hello, New York Dominican, my fellow retired NYPD Transit Police. Great to see you in on the broadcast. All right, let's see what we got. Seattle Police. Seattle Police officers. Why am I not finding it? Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Great to see you, and good night. I hope you have a great Thursday tomorrow. Hope everything goes well and you get a good night's sleep. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, and look forward to seeing you back again soon. Let's see. Seattle PD. Here we go. I'll show you guys this so you could see it. I'll show you guys this. So let's go like this. Hold on. So Seattle PD media briefing update. Briefing will take place at 7:45 p.m. So that must have already taken place. 11, 10. So that had to have already taken place, this briefing, right? I don't know. Yeah. That briefing had to have taken place already. Detectives are investigating. Okay. Detectives are investigating. This was an hour ago, Seattle Police. After 6 people were wounded by gunfire, 1 fatally at 3rd and Pine. So now this is conflicting. It gives a phone number for a tip line, 206-233-5000. Let's put that up so you guys can see that. So detectives are investigating. This is an hour ago. After 6 people were wounded by gunfire, 1 fatally, 3rd and Pine. The suspects fled the scene. If you have information, please call 206 area code 233-5000. That's the Seattle Police, guys. That's the Seattle Police. Michael B., thank you so much for being in here and being a moderator and a great friend of the channel. So good to see you, BRYN Zip. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. Yeah, so it is a fluid and active situation. And like I said, more people could be just coming on into the police department, the hospital with additional injuries. Purgatory Paranormal, thank you so much for joining. Great to see you. She has a great channel. I recommend everyone go over there and check her out. Let me see what the fire has to say. Media briefing at 7:20 3rd and Pine. I think we saw that media briefing. Nothing additional. So I'm not going to beat a dead horse here. We covered it. We have a total of 7 injured with 1 casualty. There was reports before of 8 and 1, a total of 8, 7 and 1, 1 deceased. A 9-year-old boy has been injured in this gunfire. So we have a young child who is a victim to this. So I will play one more time for you guys, and then we'll close it out. We'll play one more time. And I apologize for the redundance of this.
Conference. So are you guys ready to go?
This is for anybody who knew.
Okay, everybody's going to gather and thank you. Give us the latest with Police Chief Carmen Best.
Let me tell you what we know right now. This evening at about 5 p.m. we got a call of shots fired at 3rd and Pine. We had a lot of officers already nearby. We responded immediately. We discovered victims at the scene in about a 1-block radius or so. Officers immediately started life-saving measures for all the victims that were there. Chief Scoggins from our fire department can give you more detail on that. So far right now, we have our homicide unit out here, our gang unit, as well as a ton of first responders. We've locked down the scene. And this is not an active shooting at this point, but we are collecting evidence and information so that we can find out a description of our lone shooter. We just don't have that, or what appears to be a lone shooter. We don't even have that information for sure at this point. It's all very preliminary, as you know. We've locked it down. We're gathering as much information as we can from witnesses and from businesses in the area. And I'll have Chief Scoggins talk about the victims.
So good evening. My name is Harold Scoggins, Fire Chief of the Seattle Fire Department. At 5:01 this afternoon, we started receiving calls of multiple gunshot victims. So we called a multi-casualty incident. That incident requires a pretty large response. We had a total of 45 personnel dispatched from the Seattle Fire Department. We had 5 engines, 2 ladders, 2 aid cars, 4 medic units, 2 battalion chiefs, and 1 deputy chief. And we were also assisted by American Medical Response. When our units arrived on scene, we found a total of 6 patients on scene. One of those patients was pronounced dead here at the scene, and the other 5 patients, we consider them red patients, which means that they're critical, so they need to get to the hospital. They were all transported by Seattle Fire units as well as AMR units. So a total of 5 patients were transported. 1 is DOA here at the scene. So we haven't received any updates from our review on the status of the patients at this point. So that's what we have right now. It appears that way right now, but we won't know until we get the update.
And I can tell you, we don't have a lot of information. This is all preliminary. We will be back within 45 minutes.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to leave it at that. So we have, thank you, Panda Berry. I have a little bit of technical difficulties because usually my sound comes not out through my laptop. It comes straight through on the audio. So I am aware of the echo, and I'm aware also about the, hold on a second. Let me just make sure that shows. Okay, Sarah, posting a candle, making video on January 31st. Make sure you check it out. Just going to shoot while I work wax. Sounds good, Sarah. Sounds good. Again, so I knew I have a little bit of technical difficulties here, but I didn't want to not give this broadcast. So I'm doing it in a kind of like not the best way. I'm delivering this audio not in the best way. So yeah, it is what it is. And now we have this horrific new situation where we have multiple people shot in downtown Seattle, and worst case scenario here, we have a perpetrator. This is the worst case scenario. We have a perpetrator that is at large, and we don't know what his capacity is right now. We don't know what his mindset is. We're not sure about what his frame of mind is. And that's a big problem because you have a guy who just sprayed massive shots all over the place. Yeah, Joshua H is not around. So it's just, the Streamlabs has just got a mind of its own. So it's kind of funky. My desktop audio should be working and it's not. So I had to do it externally. So, listen, I got to do what I got to do. But as far as the public safety, the police are, now you have people that are definitely up in arms here because we got this mass shooting incident and we got nobody in custody. And we got the police telling us that we don't even have an ID on who the guy is. Now, I know that people said other outlets are showing a picture and whatnot. If that's the case, then that's good that the public knows what to look out for. If they see somebody that looks like that, don't approach this person because he's considered armed and dangerous. And you hear that a lot with these police shootings. You hear about these armed and dangerous. Do not approach somebody who's wanted for a crime to try to be a hero because that's the job for the police to do. Your job at that point is to call 911 unless you're a trained professional, and then you can, have at it. But anyways, guys, I'm not going to wear out my welcome. 48 minutes live. I will talk to you guys all soon. Much love and respect from my house to yours. I appreciate all my moderators, all the people that are in the chat. Interpeas, I didn't see any answers. It's hard doing a live stream enough with the chat going fast, 100 plus people. So you got to just understand that you're not purposely being ignored. It's just that I can't answer everybody's comments. I try my best, but at the end of the day, if you guys listen, I'm going to put it out 4 or 5 different times during the course of the live stream. And that's as best as I can do. I'm trying to be fair and just to everybody, but I can't repeat myself throughout the whole live stream. So just watch the replay, or, if you're frustrated, then I get it, go, but I'd love to see you stay because What I'm reporting is you look at the title and it's going to tell you right away. So much love and respect from my house to yours. A shooter is still at large. Seattle, downtown Seattle, 5 p.m. active shooter. A total of 7 or 8 people shot, 1 DOA. A young child, 9 years old, is also shot in critical but stable condition. And we have a suspect that's at large. So much love and respect from my house to yours. DutyRon, retired NYPD detective, signing off for now. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified each time I go live. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all one word, DutyRon. I will talk to you guys on the next one. Love and respect. Thank you, guys.